Hi, welcome to another edition of Weekend Discovery. On today's show, we go to last Saturday's No Kings event and go behind the scenes and meet the organizers from Peoria 50501. And then we head to Spring Bay, Illinois, where we learn all about the very special Camp Dallas as they hold a fundraiser featuring a fisherman who's in the Guinness Book of World Records for catching the most fish within a 24-hour period. But coming up next, it's a Jeep crawl in Tazewell County for TAP's No-Kill Animal Shelter. Stay tuned today for a great show.
Hello, my name's Amy, and I am the outreach coordinator at TAP's shelter.
Hi, I'm Tori. I'm the executive director at TAPS.
And I'm Cindy. I'm a volunteer at TAPS.
We are here today, and this is the third annual Tops Off for TAPS Jeep Crawl. It's a big fundraiser that we hold every year, and it raises a lot of money for the animals. Our goal this year is to raise $20,000 for TAPS. We're starting out here at the Mackinac Winery. They've been on board every year with us, and this is always usually our starting place. And Diane is great to work with here at the winery. She donates ducks, and so everybody gets a duck when they register. And all the registration fee goes towards the animals. And then we do a 50-50 drawing at each stop. We also do a poker run, and that also raises money for the animals. We will have raffles at the end at the Moose in Pekin.
Our other two stops are Evergreen Farm Brewing, just outside of Metamora, and Village Tap in Deer Creek. Both family run, and they've been supporters with us for a few years. And Village Tap just puts on a great pulled pork lunch for us and donates the proceeds from that back to TAPS. And just lovely people, all of them. And then we'll hopefully be able to go see some lovely countryside today as we're going around. A little bit gray, but it's going to be dry this afternoon, and it's still pretty. So we're looking forward to that.
Well, we have some adoptable dogs here today to mingle with possible future adopters, and we're all just hanging out before the crawl gets started. I just want to say that the Jeep community is a very powerful community, and I'm very happy that they're supporting TAPS. We cannot run our shelter without events like this, so anytime you support a TAPS event, you are supporting a cat or dog in need, whether it's for medical attention or just trying to help them find their forever home. So thank you to the Jeep community for coming out in this little rainy weather with us today. Keep an eye on our Facebook page and website for any upcoming future events that you might want to check out and support TAPS doing. We have a ton of small fundraisers all year long, and then we have a few select big ones like the Jeep Crawl where we're here today. So keep an eye on our Facebook page and website, tapshelter.org, to stay tuned and up to date on our upcoming events.
My name is Patty Atherton, and I am the president of Camp Dallas.
I'm Cassie Crum. I am the executive, social media, pretty much anything that we need, I help out with.
She is the guru behind the scenes for sure. So Camp Dallas is out in Spring Bay, Illinois. My husband and I live on the property, and we've dedicated a little over 7 acres and our lakes to provide a camp for the kids in the Peoria area. The camp is dedicated and in honor of our son Dallas. And when we lost Dallas in 2007 to suicide, and we looked in our hearts for a long time on what we could do to honor Dallas, and we realized at one point that we had everything we needed to honor him in our backyard. And so when Dallas was growing up, he grew up in this amazing space that you see around us, and this was when he was the happiest. So this is what we wanted to offer the kids in the Peoria area, not knowing that a lot of these kids had never seen a lake, had never fished, had never kayaked, or had many of the experiences that Dallas had. So that just added to our passion for giving this to the kids.
And we've served already this year close to 300 kids. We even had a camp come up from Springfield, so our goal is to Central Illinois, Illinois, any kid that is looking, or any counselor that's looking for a place, a safe place to be able to have enrichment and give to the kids. That's what our goal is.
So the biggest thing that we're offering right now, we're having day camps. In the future, we would like to build an event center, multiple cabins, as many as 20-25 cabins, and have overnight stays, week stays. But for now, they're day camps, and the kids will be fishing, kayaking, hiking, crafts. We're standing right now on a brand new piece of concrete that will be a pickleball, volleyball, basketball court, and we're just hoping to add to their experience as Camp Dallas grows.
And everything that you see here, from the picnic tables to even just our concrete pad, it's all with volunteer work. I mean, we've had volunteers that have supplied us with their time, with their money, with their labor, with their equipment. Everything that you see here has been really just dirt in the hands in the dirt and doing the work, not only with Patty and Dwayne, but then all of the people that we have had come out to help us, which we could not do this without everybody.
It's so true. So Marathon Man is, he's this amazing person. His name is Colo. Everybody calls him Marathon Man or Colo. Jeff is his first name, but he has been fishing and is an experienced fisherman for over 20 years. He's done the marathon events for close to 20 years. And he started last night at 5 o'clock. He's fishing for 24 hours until 5 o'clock tonight. And his minimum goal is to reach 2,977 fish in honor of all the people we lost in 9/11. But his ultimate goal is also to beat his own Guinness Book of World Records. So, and he's well on his way. Well on his way. He'll probably surpass that within the next couple of hours. And then at the end of that event, we're going to have a band.
Jake and the Roundabout Wanderers. I may be butchering that name, but
yeah, it's an awesome little band. We're going to have a slow hand barbecue. We're doing a 21 gun salute in honor of our first responders. We'll also be playing taps. We have somebody coming out to play taps.
And doing a first responder a light up parade with all of the Spring Bay volunteer firefighters and their equipment and vehicles.
And we're finishing that up with a fireworks display.
We are at Camp Dallas in Spring Bay, Illinois for Marathon Man 2025. So what's Marathon Man? It's not a guy who's running 26 miles. It's a man trying to catch 2,600 fish. Jeff Kolodzinski is the Marathon Man and the world record holder for the most fish caught in 24 hours. How many fish could somebody catch in 24 hours? Like, what's a fish a minute? I don't know. Is that like 1,200 fish or something? The Guinness Book of World Records certified something like 2,400 fish. But then he broke that record again and again and again. Jeff Kolodzinski's caught almost 3,900 fish in 24 hours, and we're gonna find out what he does this weekend. But he doesn't do it just to set the hook a few thousand times. He does it because fishing is a lot of fun, but he's raising awareness and funds for really important causes. And this year, it's all about Camp Dallas and connecting kids to the outdoors. Camp Dallas brings kids from around Illinois into outdoor experiences that opens up a new world to them. There's kids who come to Camp Dallas who said, I've never played in the mud. My whole life has been lived on concrete. And so it opens up a world to kids when they come to Camp Dallas, and we want everybody to know that Camp Dallas is here and give them a way to participate through their contributions. So Colo is doing a very hard thing, fishing for 24 hours straight, and people are doing what they can do to support it by making donations at marathonmanfishing.com. People would say, like, how could you even catch thousands of fish over 24 hours? And there's a whole bunch of interesting little secrets. One is he never casts the line and he never reels one in. He doesn't use a fishing rod, he uses a pole. And so he reaches the pole out into the water, hooks a fish and lifts it up. And so there's no time lost in casting or reeling. People will be like, what's the biggest fish you've ever caught? He doesn't want to catch big fish because big fish take more time. This is about numbers. So he wants to catch a lot of little fish. So people say, well, like, what's he catching? Mostly he's catching bluegills. But over the years, he's caught all kinds of fish because Colo's been doing this for years. But he took a few years off. And this year, he's back. And the reason he came back is because Camp Dallas needs a voice. And that voice is the Marathon Man, Jeff Kolodzinski.
I'm Wally Marshall. I own the Mr. Crappie brand. I design fishing tackle for a living. I fish tournaments all my life. Own crappie tournaments in the crappie world. And I'm with Blue, Strike King, Bullet Weights, Gamakatsu. I got a lot of sponsors out there. Ford Motor Company, Vexus Boats, the whole deal, in the fishing world. But what I do and what I really love is designing fishing tackle for today's anglers to be able to go out and be successful. Because if they're not successful, I'm not successful. But this weekend, I drove up here 12 hours yesterday to support Jeff Colo with Johnson Outdoors. He does the Marathon Man fishing, and it's a 24-hour brutal. It's brutal. He has to average 3 fish per minute to beat his own record that was set back in 2020 of 2,977 fish. Man, I'll tell you what, I can't do it. Can you do it? I mean, it's like, man, I just want to support him. He's using my rods during this event, and it's going to be a great time. And I'm going to be here. They're going to have bands, barbecue, everything tomorrow. But tomorrow's the big day. We're going to have bands, barbecue, the whole 9 yards, and Jeff will still be fishing. So I'm here to support Jeff. If he needs anything, I can't assist him, I can't help him, but hey, I can get him a glass of water. And it's a fundraiser for Camp Dallas because a lot of kids get to fish here during the summertime.
We heard a lot of talk about the No Kings event going on at over 2,500 locations across the United States. So last Saturday, Lori and I decided to check out the Peoria No Kings event and see for ourselves. And we were absolutely blown away. The event must have been a half-mile long, and everyone we met was friendly and having a great time. But before we got started, we ran into our good friend Brian Alwyn from Alwyn & Sons and got him to tell us a little bit more about what's on the menu.
Hi folks, Brian Alwyn from Alwyn & Sons Meat Company. Just coming to talk to you about our lunch specials outside. We're still going in the fall season for another few weeks out here. We're serving ribeye steak sandwiches, hamburgers, cheeseburgers, pulled pork, chicken breasts, brats, Polish sausages, hot dogs, and a few other things. Prices are super reasonable. It's quick and easy. I hope to see you guys here at Alwyn & Sons Meat Company.
Back a few months ago, really just came out of the grassroots on Reddit, one of the social media sites that people inhabit. And he called for 50 protests in 50 states on one day. It turned out to be 50 protests, 50 states, one movement, as it is now called. And obviously it's spread throughout the land and throughout, and Peoria is proud to be a part of it. Hello, I'm Jim Haptonstall, co-leader with Peoria 5051, and I live in Peoria, right in the heart of Peoria.
And I'm Teresa Coleman, and I live in Dunlap, Illinois.
And I am Melissa Millinger, and I also live in Peoria. So we are Peoria 5051, and we are a grassroots organization that was created back earlier this year when the new administration took place, March, April-ish. And we have been gathering supporters and recruiting people for our movement here locally. 5051 Project is a national movement, and there's also a state organization, and we are here at the local level representing Peoria and the surrounding area. And throughout that time, since April, we have been hosting protests and rallies to give people safe spaces to come together and share with like-minded individuals. Our most recent event was last Saturday for No Kings 2.0, which again was an, I would say, international event with protests happening all over the globe, which was pretty amazing. Here locally, we had probably about 6,000 people that were represented on our protest, and so it was a pretty amazing day of people coming out. We had people that wore costumes, so we had some fun components to our protest. People come out with their signs, they're able to speak up for the things that are important to them and be with other like-minded individuals.
No Kings nationally had given us, there's a group called No Kings Coalition, and they'd given us some guidance on how to approach this. We had our own ideas too, but one of those was to certainly have fun. But we start first with the serious premise. No Kings. We don't believe this country should abide by having a king in the White House. Executive overreach has gone rampant. So you start there. The premise is based upon our American Revolution, where we basically revolted against King George III in Great Britain. We became a nation founded on democracy, on democratic principles, on the rule of law, on the Constitution. We're seeing it being destroyed and otherwise diminished day by day. So at the same time, the way to fight it is to say, we are for something. We are for democracy. We're for each other. We are for fighting in a way that is both is peaceful, it's nonviolent, and inclusive. We found that having some fun and poking some fun was a good part of bringing us together to kind of ease some of the tension that had been building up against this administration, and also it was a show of force in a way. So we had costumes, we had a costume contest that was part of it. We had a collective scream at one point to sort of ease our ease our minds and ease our souls, the suffering we're going through, a cathartic scream. But we also had a collective ribbit yell, sort of after the Portland, Oregon frog rebellion up there that we really loved seeing. And that, to me, helped create the vibe of community, of people that were there with like-minded individuals. They had the permission to protest, but be with people in a collective force that will have an impact, hopefully, on changing the way things are going on in Washington.
Nationally, some people spoke out that this was a Hate America rally, and I think that we took that and we turned it on its end. And this was a Love America rally. We love America. We love the United States of America. And we want to celebrate it in the way, the democracy that we know to be. And so, yes, we are against the way things are currently happening, but we do truly love America. And so I think that came out. It was a celebration. There was dancing, there was singing, there was hooting, hollering. people were running into people, that they hadn't seen in a while and celebrating that other people came out. There was a lot of first-time protesters that came out to our event and that were happy and proud that they were able to come out and spend that time with us. And so it really was a good, positive, uplifting feeling. When you leave it, you feel proud, you feel uplifted. There's energy in that, and many people feel that as they're coming to our events and also as they're leaving. Many people gave us feedback and said it was a great event and they felt uplifted from it, and they want to continue to use that energy moving forward. And so it's a really powerful experience for many people.
The one thing I noticed is that the reason that I think people really embrace the celebration of the protest and the rally is because the rest of the week they are, thinking about healthcare costs. That's pretty much in the forefront of their minds about what they have to do. What's going to happen with Medicare? What's going to happen with Medicaid? People feel a sense of losing control when it comes to that. And what about our communities? We love our communities. Everybody loves where they're living right now. The community that we made right there at the rally. And they want to keep their communities and stay in their communities and not be told that they can't live in that community. So we want to celebrate that. I think we had a great community of protesters at the rally, the protest and the rally. And we also want to commend the fact that this was not a protest or rally where the Peoria police showed up with elbows out and guns cocked. It was a very peaceful protest and rally.
Another thing that was really represented at this past protest for No Kings was the diverse crowd. This protest really brought out, I think, a wide variety of people. The diversity that was present was just amazing. We had different cultures, different age ranges, people from all different areas of our community, and so I think that's also representative that we are building that big tent. We are inclusive. We are wanting and welcoming everyone into our space, which we don't often always feel. And so I think that that's really a phenomenal experience as well. And another thing that is really a hallmark of Peoria 5051 is that we support other organizations with our mutual aid. And so throughout the past few months, we have been able to recruit donations for our veterans assistance here locally. We've recruited funding for NAACP Peoria, for the ACLU Peoria, and at No Kings, our mutual aid project was to support Lula, who is the organization that supports some of our unhoused population here in the community. And so we were able to collect some cash for them so that they can use it as needed, and we collected over 100 hygiene items for them. And so not only are we out here providing the space for people to use their voice and to feel some community, but we are also giving back to our community. And so it's really twofold, which I think is a really great thing as well. We're not just asking people to come and show up and just kind of have that space, but we also want to highlight organizations in our community and then support them as well.
We had people that showed up at the protests, not necessarily in person on the grounds at Peoria Stadium or along the street, along War Memorial Drive. We had so many cars go by of people honking in support, hundreds. I mean, you could add even more than that. We had 6,000 present, but you could probably add another 1,000 or more people that were there in their cars showing support for us.
They had signs in their cars,
yes,
too, that planned to come by and support us. That was pretty amazing. So as we continue to move forward, there's always a what's next. And so we just finished up our No Kings rally and protest, which was phenomenal. And we are waiting for the national centers to give us a little advice on what our next event is going to be. We've heard a couple of ramblings that there may be additional protest, of course, coming out. We would probably look for that. And also, potentially, we've heard of some blackout days. So there's a lot of talk to use our money or not use our money where it counts. And so those are maybe things coming in the future. So continue to watch us to see what our next events are. We will continue to do mutual aid, and we want to make sure people take action. And so we do want you to call your legislator. We do want you to support your local organizations, volunteer somewhere with us, with another organization, but really boots on the ground, helping out organizations. We know that the federal government is shut down right now, and many people are going to be losing funding starting next week, November 1. SNAP benefits will be turned off. And some of those sorts of things, and so there's going to be a lot of food insecurities, and so support your local food banks and do some local food drives, things like that. So it's not just the protest, it's everything in the gaps in between, but follow us to see what's next.
The one thing that we're most proud of more than anything, though, are the many people who did show up. Many of whom it might have been a real brave, courageous act on their part. Maybe they felt some concerns about their family members or friends. Their peers may not have liked them being there, but they said, this is something I want to be a part of. And they showed in force better than any time in Peoria history that we're aware of. Having that many people in one place in such a mass protest for their love of America, that's a pretty amazing accomplishment, and we thank our protesters, all the people that support us, for what they've done. You can find out more about us, though, on our website. We have a Linktree website. It goes linktr.ee/Peoria 50501. It's linktr.ee/PEORIA 50501. And thank you very much.